Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Hot take, but many women actually do seek the validation of men. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that as women, we are taught that our worth depends on the validation from a random dude until we question that. And believe me that I have been there. And it was not easy to admit that to myself. But it's not a conscious choice. It's rather a pattern of worrying when he might text back or wanting to be liked by that hot dude or being scared of being disliked. And it is because deep down we believe that our worth depends on someone else. That's exactly why I do what I do, because every single woman deserves the best partner, a healthy body, a peaceful life, whatever it is that you desire, you deserve it. And not enough women can see that. But I think it should be the standard and not the standard being the bare minimum.
In the end, just a bunch of TikTok gibberish. Bare minimum and deserve. Every woman deserves what exactly? Oh, that's right, the best, because every single woman deserves the best. How about women that are locked away for 20 years or life today also deserve the best? I bet you feel completely different about men serving 20 to life. In reality, if you're not a TikTok lunatic, you deserve what you work to get, what you work for. Also, in reality, no one cares about your worth outside yourself. When it comes to finding a man that will give you more than the bare minimum, because that's what you deserve, you need to replace worth with desirability. If you're not desired by the man you want, then all that worth you see in yourself is again important just to yourself.
Now remember, ladies, if he's gonna act like a boy, go find yourself a man.
Facts, 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 facts. All facts, no printer. Oh, hello.
Well, there you go. Can any of you ladies watching explain to me what is it that these two ladies deserve? And if you do think they deserve the best, can you explain to me what that is exactly? Because I think they only deserve the boys they've gotten so far and not the men they think they deserve.
I was just thinking about this. I don't know why, but like some women dead ass are attracted to men that are smaller than them. Like that literally makes me want to die so bad. If I
Don't care. Hey, whatever you think you deserve, best of luck to you with that. See, I'm supposed to care about men's audacity and at the same time trying to ignore all these lunatics who go on TikTok and bashing other people for their own preferences. You don't like men who are smaller than you, perfectly fine. But at the same time, nobody asks because nobody cares.
You know what's wild? Nearly every productivity system, every morning routine, even the 9 to 5 workday was designed around a man's hormonal cycle, not yours. If you're a woman or were assigned female at birth, your body doesn't work that way. A man's testosterone cycle rises in the morning, peaks midday, and drops at night. That cycle repeats every 24 hours. If you were born with a uterus, however, your hormone system goes through a 28-day cycle, give or take. Sometimes it's a little bit longer or shorter. Your productivity is tied to that. And if you're exhausted and burned out, you're not failing. You probably just don't understand the way your body works. Not to mention, this capitalistic society was not made for you. Work, 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 be a machine. Not good for you.
Yeah, so basically it sucks to be you, but I am not the one who sent you to work. You kind of did. You are all proud of having that choice, and women are crushing it, and now you're exhausted. And I stopped you only because I wanted to pass this. In what world does it make sense to tell other women that if they're feeling exhausted, they just don't understand their bodies? They don't understand their own bodies, but you do understand their bodies better than. Do you seriously not hear yourself when you say this?
Estrogen, progesterone, luteinizing hormone, these things shape how your energy and productivity are going to look. And they change when you need rest. When we try to live every day like you should feel the same, our bodies rebel. Fatigue, burnout, anxiety, PMS that gets worse every cycle. It's not just being hormonal, you're out of rhythm. You aren't lazy or inconsistent. You just have a cycle.
Oh no, capitalism is against people with. Can we just call them women already? Not people with assigned uteruses or whatever crap you said earlier? No, but of course we can, because hold on. Let me show you how we fight patriarchy and capitalism and all that. And by we, of course, I don't mean we, because we are normal in the head, but this, see, that's why I call them ladies, because one of them said this on how she fight a good fight for helping what we used to know as women. Building other women up around me at every chance. I put women because yes, women are women. And there you go. I mean, it's quite easy. Really shouldn't blame your cycle, just your brain.
Guys, I'm back on Hinge.
I didn't actually think I'd be doing that soon, but yeah, things didn't actually work out with Fireman Sam. Um, he had a lot of shit going on with his ex, and he was definitely pulling back. So that was my time to leave. Um, and so the other night I was bored, and I was like, do you know what? Let me just see what's going on. So I downloaded Hinge, and I don't know. So the last time I used it, obviously months ago, I feel like the selection of men is, dare I say it, a little bit better. I don't know. It might just be because I've literally not been on it forever. But at the minute, it's going well. What the hell? So I actually think I've got a date on Sunday, and it's like, who is this girl? Like, I have never in my life been this way.
Except you've been this girl your entire life. You go on Hinge, go on a bunch of dates, none of them work out. Then you go back on Hinge, go on even more dates, and none of them will work out. And then you go back on Hinge and rinse and repeat. You think you have a date on Sunday. What's that all about? You're that desperate, even the thought of having a date is exciting. And no, the quality of men didn't go up in the last couple of months on Hinge. Yes, some will change, some will be the same exact men you never even looked at before. The quality didn't go up. You're just getting more desperate.
The ways in which a man is capable of switching up on you after a breakup needs to be genuinely studied, because what is that? I was dating a guy at one point for almost 2 years, and I was the love of his life. I was his future wife. I was this, I was that. He saw everything with me. I was his boo, whatever. Fast forward to almost 2 years later, he breaks up with me because he had a lot going on. His dog died 8 years ago, daylight savings time. I don't even know. Less than 72 hours after he broke up with me, he was booed up with my best friend of 8 years. I'm not making that up.
Never said you are. All I'm saying is, I hope you didn't let that minor inconvenience ruin your 8-year-long friendship. Dude, you cannot make this up. Your best friend of 8 years slept with your ex-boyfriend, and you had nothing to say about that? Your ex, even though after less than 72 hours slept with your best friend of 8 years, and all you had to complain was him? I wonder if when robots take over, they'll be able to understand women, because I gave up trying a long time ago.
Okay, so this is for the girls, and this is not to say that it doesn't also work both ways and that a woman could also do this, but this is just for women. How a man acts when he's single is so much more a reflection of his character than how he acts in a relationship. Just because he's a loyal man and he's just a great man when he's in a relationship doesn't mean he's a good person. And I could be wrong. Disclaimer, bro. I'm 19 years old. I don't know shit. I could be completely wrong.
What do you mean could be? See, how are you gonna go and try to give other women advice, women that may be older than you in most of the cases actually, while at the same time admitting that you don't know ish? Can you just post some stupid dance videos or something? Talk about something you actually know about? Did that even make sense in your head? He's a great man in a relationship, but he's not really a good person when he's single? The hell did you learn in school so far?
Let's be for real. If you have had kids, you're an NPC. Or if you're planning to have a kid, you're an NPC. If you have had kids but you kind of regret it, you're like, I'm so sorry to my kids. I feel so bad for having these kids. Then you're awake, and that's good. It's a good sign. You can face yourself and your mistakes. But if you know deep down that it's not the right thing, but you won't admit it, you're still an NPC. But especially if you're having kids now, you're definitely an NPC.
The ones that waited for so long until they're dried up, listening to a lie pushed on them by their own sisterhood. Let's be honest, that sisterhood didn't even came up with their own ideas, but ideas that were pushed on them by rich men, basically. They're the ones telling me that I am an NPC for following my natural desire of being a father. And it's all fun and games until you ask them to explain their own ideas. When they come up with the only answer they can come up with. Because it was never their ideas to begin with.
Can somebody please explain to me why it's so common that a man will be pursuing a woman or saying that he's interested in her or she's wifey and will be like actively pursuing a woman and not want to know a single thing about her, not ask her any questions about her childhood, her favorite things, her music, what she loves, the thoughts in her head. I don't understand why it's such a common thing that a man will be pursuing a woman and not want to know a single thing about her. Like when I like someone, I want to know everything about them. I'm interested in them. I'm interested in how their mind works and what they're into, their past, their traumas, like everything. I want to know everything. Why is it so common that a man will not want to know?
You're blunt enough, I'm gonna try to explain this to you or mansplain this to you real slow. I don't need to ask you 100 questions so you feel like you're in an interview. I'm gonna ask you one in a way that will make you talk about yourself for the next 30 minutes. I don't need to ask questions to get to know you. All I have to do is listen to you speak.
On today's episode of White People Doing Shit That Shouldn't Be Done But It Looks Pretty Cool Anyway, we have a man performing the AR&R, all risk, no reward. Please don't try this at home. This is a professional white person.
And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.